Children, welcome to my presentation. Probably not as much research as I should have, and there are probably a few well-known ones on here. In school, they teach us basically
Big picture.
not fun stuff. Usually, there's some fun stuff in there, but mostly it's not fun and rather boring. So I'm here to teach you the fun stuff or the funny stuff.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
So Charles the
VI.
Sixth. There we go. It takes me a bit to read Roman numerals. So Charles of France, Charles VI of France was,
Interesting.
yes, he was an interesting one. This one, originally he was a rather well-liked one, and his name was originally Charles the Beloved, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, Charles the Beloved, and then by the end of his reign it was Charles the Mad, because, well, he just kind of went nuts.
He believed he was made of glass?
Yes, you.
When did he live? Like in the lineage, which Charles was this? Because
The sixth.
Yes, I know it was the sixth, but I don't know which one's which.
That's because there's too many Charles.
Melita drugs.
Yes, interrupt.
Years war, I think.
During
That was like early 1400s. Yeah.
He believed he was made of glass, so he would have amnesic episodes, forgetting his wife, children, even himself. So if you ever wondered, he was like a living example of who am I? He believed he was made of glass, so he would
And why you should never participate in inbreeding.
yeah, too.
In inbreeding.
Gotta
don't
love the
participate.
royals. Yeah, I believe he was made of glass, so he would take particular precautions to avoid shattering himself, which included sewing like metal rods into his clothes. So, yeah, if you think a corset was uncomfortable, which yes, it was, and very bad.
You would
for your
take
health.
it and sew it just through the shirt or through
No,
the
you-
body?
Part of the shirt.
He would like have this sewn within his clothes to keep him upright.
Okay,
And just,
I
like-
was like,
Yeah,
whoa.
there. Yes, and he would also refuse to bathe or change for months at a time. So,
That's
A lot of people wouldn't bathe at that time though.
well, yeah, but usually you'd probably have like a bath once a month. He would just like not bathe or wash his clothes for for months at a time. Yeah.
Okay.
So, pick a Roman. There were a few probably good Roman leaders, but just pick one if you're probably going to get crazy ones. So let's see. There was Nero and Caligula, or probably the
Caesar on there.
huh?
Why isn't Caesar on there?
Stop hijacking the feed. Just continue,
He's not on
Stephanie.
there.
Hang on. Did you say Caesar should be on there?
He's kind of weird.
No, you gotta get out of this room.
He was
Caesar,
Continuing.
Nero and Caligula, probably the most familiar ones. You're most from
Familiar?
that goddamn word. Yes. Nero for various reasons, including the Great Fire, making his first a senator. Caligula because
Caligula.
have I been saying that wrong?
No, just Caligula because just Caligula.
Yeah. He went like major crazy. I can't pronounce the Elagabalus. 14-year-old whore, basically. And as a side note, this has nothing to do with really anything, but historians speculate he was transgender. So, hey, there we go. He would, this one would dress up basically as, oh wait, I'm not thinking a girl, peasant. He would dress up as a peasant, sneak out, and basically go to brothels and sleep around with people.
Smart.
Genius.
Commodus? Or Commodus. Can't pronounce
Commodus.
Roman names. So if anyone's seen Gladiator, this guy was a lot crazier than that movie made him out to be. For reasons I forget, I think. Tiberius was
Depraved.
yes, and I also forget why. I haven't looked at that website in a bit. Yeah, I don't have enough room to list all the crazies. Joanna. I'm gonna say
Johanna
Joanna.
of Castile.
Yes.
This is the one I was talking about. This is the really crazy one.
Yes, she was. Eventually, she became known as Juana la Loca. So, Juana the Crazy. Despite the so she was in an arranged marriage to Philip I, and she actually did love her husband. That is a bit of a rare case, but yes, it does happen. I forget how she was related to him, if not
Cousins.
through marriage. Cousins?
Possibly.
Probably
The
cousins.
Royals.
Yeah, probably cousins. They tended to do cousins.
Second and third, probably.
Yeah. She was actually in love with him, so, this tends to happen a lot, actually, if you look at history. The wives don't really take their husbands' early deaths well, so, especially if they're in power. So what she did, this is allegedly, there's no actual, proof to it. She would allegedly have his tomb reopened.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
So she could basically spend time with her deceased husband,
Yeah.
kissing and caressing his
That's
corpse.
not
So,
weird at all.
if these people weren't already, filled with germs enough, hey,
That's
this is
more
one
like
way to get
insane.
First thing, corpse germs. Second
Yes.
thing, corpse germs.
Third thing, corpse germs!
Wasn't she the one who...
What the hell was she thinking?
Dementia.
Well, Juana la Loca. That should tell you something.
She probably had a heck of an immune system.
That's funny. Son assumed the throne, thank goodness. He had her confined to a nunnery where she became convinced the nuns were trying to kill her.
To an extent, they might have. If she's the one I'm thinking of, then that means she spent the rest of her days screaming while wandering the halls.
I would imagine, but I don't know. I didn't find that on the website, but you know what? I only looked at one website. Yeah,
Continuing.
Juana la Loca, right?
Oh,
Justin
God, that...
II of Byzantine. So yes, another Roman.
Justin the second
Yeah,
said
Justin.
the two.
Justin, whatever, just continue.
Yeah, Roman numerals. All right. So this one I'm
Instead
thinking
of...
Justin, not Justinian. Anyway, so instead of following his uncle's plans of, being a smart person, he decided, let's attack the Persians. And I think the Italians? No, he lost part of Italy. There we go. He lost a major part of Italy and attacked the Persians for reasons I can't remember, and possibly no reason at all, because, hey, attack the Persians, why not? And he lost.
6th century
Badly.
go-kart?
Yes, so he hadn't been very much paying attention, so had he been paying attention, probably would have won. Instead, he was spending his time being pushed around on his throne with wheels on it.
Oh, give me one of those.
Yes.
What?
So basically, 6th century go-kart, only pushed by servants, because when you're a king, why do you have to do things yourself when you have servants to do it for you? So his servants would push him around on his 6th century go-kart, and they also discovered that while doing this, he was far less likely to bite and attack them, if that was happening, being pushed around his racing throne. Yeah.
He would normally bite and attack.
I'm not surprised that he was possibly defenseless.
Christian VII of Denmark.
7.
Whatever.
Christian the 7th of Denmark. Okay, I'm sorry. There are just some things that I cannot say, so I'm gonna let y'all make the I'm gonna let y'all make the connections on your own. Have fun. So Christian the 7th. He ascended to the throne at the age of 18. They tend to be rather young when this happens. Christian had a pastime that he greatly enjoyed at the age of 16. Teenagers both suck. He so greatly enjoyed this pastime that his physician became convinced that he would be rendered infertile if he continued far too long. So if y'all can make the connections, hey, because I ain't saying it. So because Christian wasn't exactly running the country, the physician decided, well, that's my job now. Sex will be all yeah. Yeah. So his
He
doctor
ran
started-
around entertaining himself by running through the streets, stabbing random people with a spiked club.
So basically, so
That's not to be living in Copenhagen.
oh my goodness. So yeah, when he wasn't, I will say, pleasuring himself. That should give you an idea of what he was doing.
Oh, lovely.
Yes!
Oh, now she gets it.
So when he wasn't exactly pleasuring himself or entertaining himself, I should say, he would run around the streets of the city, stabbing random people with a spiked club. And continuation would also leapfrog over the back of visiting dignitaries when they bowed to him. So he was an entertaining 6-year-old.
As well as randomly slapping people mid-conversation. I have seen people do that. It is very entertaining.
It
Was
is.
there like not a younger brother or cousin or someone that they could have passed?
Line of succession.
Like a region.
No,
yeah.
I think he was an
Like-
only child.
But like sometimes,
Was his mother?
Well, yeah, but no,
sometimes
he.
councils can.
Well, yeah, but no, he wasn't running the country, and I don't know what the council was doing. So the doctor started running the country. His physician started running the country.
That's really screwed up
I'm
because
gonna
he
tell a
probably
story to my mom
knows.
because she's a doctor.
You don't know what these people know. Alexander of Bavaria. Oh yeah.
Bavaria.
Bavaria.
Just continue.
Where's that?
No idea.
On Earth.
So here's another female for y'alls. So similar to Charles VI, if you thought he was weird for thinking he was made of glass, he's not the only one. This one believed that when she was younger, she swallowed a grand piano made of glass.
What?
Yeah. So, and I imagine it was like a smaller statue because I don't know. I'm speculating because I don't know how she would actually swallow like an actual baby gram. And she believed that to the day it was still inside of her. So she would walk through doorways sideways in order to prevent the baby gram from breaking inside of her. And she was also OCD, as we would know now. They wouldn't know it then. But she was
Someone mind closing that.
She was OCD, being obsessed with wearing white clothes and being very clean, which, you know what? If she was obsessed with being clean
Well,
in that
that's
time,
an
props
OCD
to
thing.
her.
That's an OCD thing. I mean,
Oh yeah, but you know what? Given the time,
Wait.
if she was obsessed with cleanliness, thank God.
What definition?
And for the royal family, she thankfully devoted her life to a rather successful life of literature.
Oh, nice.
So yes, if you can find anything she wrote. Oh,
Oh God. Okay. Prince Sado of Korea. Prince Sado was obsessed with clothes. Okay. So
Okay.
he's a fashionista.
so his father actually so
You know what? I'm just gonna do this. You keep talking.
yeah. So his father was actually rather neglectful of him, which is speculated to have
He's a king.
contributed to the problems later in life. Yes, but there's being a king and then there's just like ignoring your child, you know? And I think
So
the second
king.
one is what happened. So he basically became obsessed with clothes. So every day when he woke up, he would be presented with about 30 new suits. And
Wish I had that
when
kind of
he
wallet.
finally chose his outfit, the rest would be burned as an offering to the gods. And this was every day.
I wish I had this guy's wallet.
Every day. And if something went wrong, oh my God, it's because I wore the wrong outfit.
The old-
If only life were that easy.
Right? You also, okay, let's see. I need to read this.
how do they have that much cloth to make that?
That's
Magic.
my question.
And
It would need
peasants.
like a
Imported
lot of
from China?
sheep.
Peasants.
Is this where the story of the Emperor's clothes came from?
Wasn't
You know,
that it?
maybe. I don't know.
Stephanie, what clothes did they wear?
Everything.
Clothes they wear in that
You wear
time in
dresses.
Korea? Clothes of the time period from Korea? I don't know. I'm not from Korea.
Clothes, maybe.
Rape, torture, and murder.
Fun.
to the degree that bodies were carried out of the palace daily.
Lovely.
Yep.
Wait, murder's bad.
Eventually,
Unless it's natural.
Guys, back on topic.
Eventually, his father. Oh, I did. Oh, whoop. Nope. Go back. There we go. So eventually, his father got so tired of him and all his shenanigans, we'll say.
He had him
that
executed?
He had his son deposed, thrown in a rice chest, and left to starve.
Oh, the irony.
Okay.
He was thrown in a rice chest and left to starve. That's even worse. My God, child.
I didn't think that you were on a diet.
Okay, go. Continue.
All right. So Henry VI of England, not to be confused with Henry VIII. Not to be confused with Henry VIII, because he was far different. If you know the Tudors. Yeah. So. Maternal grandson of Charles VI, if y'all remember that one.
Oh yeah, the crazy one.
The one that was made of glass, apparently. So yeah, royals had this thing about maintaining the bloodline. And it basically ended up being their demise, of course. So 1453, Henry suffered a mental breakdown that left him catatonic for a whole year, not even reacting to the birth of his son. Which is like a big thing, especially back then, because like the royals had this thing about A, maintaining the bloodline, B, I must have a son to continue my lineage because, yes.
If
Sons.
it's a girl, we're screwed.
Wait, is this the one that he where he
Basically
had like,
what
a
I
bunch
thought.
of lies?
That's Henry VIII.
That was
Different
Henry VIII, like I said, not to be Henry VI, not to be confused with Henry VIII. So when he was, that says so. That's supposed to be son.
Whatever. Continue.
So his catatonic state resulted in his wife taking power, which obviously not everybody was exactly happy about, because when a woman's in power, apparently things are supposed to be very bad. Things are supposed to have gone wrong if a woman is in power. So people would ended up encouraging the Duke of York to take over power, and I don't actually know if that was bad or not. Because I don't know if he was corrupt, but there is a lot of corruption within the government. Like any government.
Is this
I
the
think
War
he
of the
was
Roses?
killed.
Guy.
Yeah.
It's the War of the Roses, right?
Also, I thought he found a key for Henry VI.
This is
And of course, the Duke of York was happy to take power of the king. Woohoo! So at one point, Henry woke up just in time to start the dynastic war that ended the House of Lancaster, which I'm going to guess was actually the War of Roses. But I could
Yes.
be wrong. Yep, War of
it is
Roses.
War of Roses.
And oddly, neither York nor Lancaster end up in power at the end of that one, really.
Yep.
Was it
Isn't that
Mexico?
the Tudors?
Yeah, Tudors coming out.
Yeah, Tudors.
And
And
that-
cue Henry VIII.
And then that gets to Henry VIII.
And this is the lovely.
She's just a crazy
No.
Tudors.
Well, I wanted
Oh
to.
my gosh, that works.